So dear students, we start with the solution of test 9. In test 9, the chapters which are included are transport in plants and mineral nutrition. Now we start with the solution of question 1. Question 1 asks that when a cell is fully turgid, which of the following will be 0? Now in a fully turgid cell, turgor pressure is equal to osmotic pressure. Now when turgor pressure is equal to osmotic pressure, dPd, that is the diffusion pressure deficit, or suction pressure is equal to OP minus Tp. Now when turgor pressure is equal to osmotic pressure, so OP minus OP becomes 0. So the question is asking that when a cell is fully turgid, which one of the following will be 0? So suction pressure will be 0. So option C become the correct answer, that is suction pressure. Next is question 2. Question 2 asks that stomata in angiosperms open and close due to. Stomata in angiosperm open and close due to. So actually the opening and closing of stomata is regulated by turgor pressure changes in guard cell. So option C becomes the correct, because when we talk about the guard cells, the stomata look like this. When water level increases in the guard cell, the stomata get open, and when the water level get decreases, the stomata get closed. Next is question 3. Question 3 asks that the translocation of organic solute in sieve tube members is supported by. Translocation of organic solute in sieve tube members is supported by. So if we talk about a sieve tube elements are there, and these sieve tube elements are guarded by a sieve plate. Now question asked, now this translocation of organic solute is supported by pea protein. Now first we understood that what are the pea protein. Pea protein are the nothing but phloem proteins, and these are the components found in large amounts in the phloem sieve tubes. The main function of these bodies is to seal off the sieve tube element, or sieve cell, So it brings about the blockage of sieve plate, and due to which what happens? Blockage of sieve plate happens. So these bodies perform this function when the sieve element get injured. It occurs when sieve element get injured. So these bodies and callos together block the pores of sieve tube element. So pea protein bodies and callos form a blocking plug. So what happens? Pea protein and callos form blocking plugs. Question 4. Question 4 asks that what is transport pathway in rooted plants? Now in rooted plant, transport occur from root to the shoot part. So this type of transport is considered as a unidirectional transport. So option A is correct. Next is question 5. Question 5 asks that majority of orchids are now majority of orchids are, so orchids are example of epiphytes, and epiphytes are given in option B. Now we should understand what do you mean by epiphytes. Epiphytes have epiphytic root, and this epiphytic root are known as space parasitic root because they are found in space parasite. Now this epiphytic plants depend on another plant only for space, and this have a special tissue in root known as velament tissue. Now this velament tissue absorb moisture from the surrounding. So this question 5 is the correct answer. Next is question 6. Question 6 asks that which of the following amino acid contains sulfur? The amino acid having sulfur. So sulfur containing amino acid are methionine and cysteine. So option D is given as methionine, so it becomes the correct answer. Now with amino acid which are sulfur containing methionine and cysteine, but with that vitamins like biotin and thymine and coenzyme A also have sulfur. Next is question 7. Question 7 asks that which one of the following element is necessary for translocation of sugar? Now translocation of sugar is facilitated by the element that is known as boron, and that is given in option D. Why? Because boron is highly essential for translocation of sugar, and translocation of sucrose occur in the form of sucrose borate complex. Now translocation of sugar, it occur in form of sucrose borate complex. Now next is question 8. Question 8 asks that phosphorus is present in. Now for this we should understand that Bennett and Clark suggested that it to be a membrane bound protein which is conjugated with phosphate called a protein. Bennett and Clark suggested that membrane bound protein which is conjugated with phosphatide, and it is called as lecithin. So this lecithin function as a carrier. So this becomes the correct answer, that is option C. Question 9. Question 9 asks that water of hydration is. Now water of hydration means it is a association with water of hydration means it is a association with particles of hydrophilic solutes. So C becomes correct answer. Next is question 10. Question 10 asks that which one is not related to transpiration. Now which one is not related to transpiration? Now if we go with the option A is given as regulation of plant body temperature. Regulation of plant body temperature. Yes, this transpiration shows a cooling effect, and cooling effect due to which a plant body temperature is regulated. Option B is given as absorption and distribution of mineral salts. Yes, with transpiration some of the minerals are absorbed and distributed to the other plants, so it is also correct. Option C is given as circulation of plant, correct. Option D is given as bleeding. Now this bleeding takes place through injured organ of plant, through the injured organ of plant, and for this root pressure is involved, not transpiration. So it is not related to transpiration, so D is the correct answer. Next is question 11. Question 11 asks that the cell wall is a permeable and not a semi-permeable structure. Can be best deduced from the passage of water and mineral salts from. So cell wall is permeable. That can be best deduced by option A, soil into periplasmic space of a root hair. Yes, if it is passes to the root periplasmic space is the space which is present between cell wall and cell membrane. Cell wall and cell membrane, this is a periplasmic space. So if it is passes cell wall and reaches the periplasmic space easily, then it means it is a cell wall is permeable. So same happens in case of here also, that a passage of water and mineral salts occur from soil into periplasmic space of root hair. So this is what particularly shows a cell wall nature. Next is question 12. Question 12 asks that in the course of imbibition, the volume of system, the volume of system. So if any system the imbibition occur, the volume get increases. So option B become the correct answer, that is increases. Suppose the water is imbibed here and this getting a shape and get increase in the size, so it is known as increase in volume. Now next is question 13. Question 13 asks that stomata open at night and close during day in. Now the stomata which are open during night and close during day, this type of stomata are known as cotoactive stomata. Okay, now this cotoactive stomata are particularly found in case of succulent xerophyte. Succulent xerophyte are those which hold water or which have a capacity to hold water, like Opuntia. Now if we go with the options, Opuntia, Aloe, Bryophyllum, these all are succulent xerophyte and we can call them as they are the chem plants also. Now, so in option xerophyte is given in option A, so that become the correct answer. Next is question 14. Question 14 asks that presence of phosphorus in a plant. Now presence of phosphorus in a plant. So what happens due to the presence of phosphorus? Now phosphorus, it promote healthy root growth, promote healthy root growth and fruit ripening, and that is by helping translocation of carbohydrate. So option A says that it brings about healthy root growth. So A become the correct answer. Next is question 15. Now question 15 asks that blank is present in two amino acids, cysteine and methionine. So in cysteine and methionine, as we know, they are sulfur containing amino acid. They are sulfur containing amino acid. So option D, sulfur, become the correct answer.